guys, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. I'm back with a Wansee entertainment video, whatever. 3 horror stories animated attic, Nintendo DS, and grocery store. This one ought to be interesting. Don't got anything to say prior to that really, but I do have a DS, I do have an attic, and I do have a grocery store near our house. So, perfect. Let's go. Starting. This definitely should be an interesting one. It's about 8.5 minutes, just over that, so let's see what happens.
A truly terrifying incident happened late one summer night, almost a decade ago, and it still gives me shivers whenever I think about it. I used to live with my maternal grandfather in a 2-story house with my very loving extended family for work-related reasons. During that time, I enjoyed staying up late watching TV, and so I usually slept in the room that had the TV. The TV was in a room in the attic, which was the only room up there, along with a small bathroom. The room had 2 wooden beds, a fan, and a television. It also had 4 windows covered with curtains that overlooked the terrace and the railing. The only entrance to the room was a wooden door with see-through mesh on the top half. The staircase leading downstairs was outside the room, just a few steps past the doorway. My uncle used to lock the door at the bottom of the stairs from the other side to keep any potential robbers out. One night...
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, bro, if it's just a staircase, anybody could just go up. At least he has like a lock or something.
After finishing my TV time, I locked the room's door, closed the curtains, and went to sleep. I was fast asleep when suddenly I woke up to the sound of knocking at the door.
You guys see him right there?
I thought it might be one of my uncles or cousins. I checked the time, and it was around 2:30 in the morning. I decided to check who was at the door, and what I witnessed still terrifies me to this day. I got up and walked over, and through the see-through part of the door, I saw a young boy, around 5 or 6 years old, dressed in dirty and dark clothes. I couldn't see his face.
5 or 6? Wait, but how? He was up here before. Now he's down here? He was literally up there before, now he's down here? I was gonna say he's like 10 or 11 or 12 or something.
Because he turned away as soon as I got up. Before I could process what was happening, he ran towards the railing of the stairs and abruptly jumped off, disappearing in an instant. It wasn't a human being. After realizing what I had just witnessed, fear overwhelmed me and I began crying. I was too scared to do anything else, so I quickly ran back to bed and started reciting prayers. My uncles came to check on me. I was trembling and had a very high fever. I told them what had happened, but nobody believed me. They tried to convince me that it was all in my head. But even now, I still believe that what I saw was real. After that day, I started sleeping downstairs, and eventually, I moved out of the house altogether.
Down. Oh shit. So what, that was like a, like a demon or like a ghost or something? I don't really understand what that was supposed to be, like. Because how did he get up there if the door was locked? If he jumped off and then he just disappeared, did he die? Or did he actually, like was there a body found, like, you know, of a young boy or something, like?
This is an incident that happened on a rainy day when I was in 3rd grade. At the time, and in general when I was a kid, I didn't really believe in ghosts and such. On that rainy day, I had just gotten home from school, and I decided to finish all my assignments before I watched TV and played on my Nintendo DS. After I finished all my assignments, I took a peek into the kitchen to see whether my mom was home yet.
"Ma, can you turn on the TV?"
I asked when I saw her cooking dinner.
"Sure,"
she replied. She walked to the living room and turned on the TV for me. Then she went back to the kitchen and continued preparing dinner.
You can't turn on the TV
yourself? I played on my Nintendo DS while the TV was on in the background. I was having fun playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, when suddenly I saw a tall, dark figure in my peripheral vision. I was too focused on the game until I noticed that the figure was slowly walking towards me. I stopped playing and looked at it, but I didn't move my head from its position so it wouldn't be obvious that I was looking. It was wearing a long-sleeved shirt and black pants. I wasn't scared at all until I saw the
has no head
of its body. The figure was headless. What I saw sent a shiver down my spine. I was so scared that I couldn't move. My mind wasn't working. What do I do? I asked myself repeatedly. I wanted to shout, but my mouth felt like it was glued shut. The moment...
It's like you have sleep paralysis, but it's like you have awake paralysis, if that's even a thing.
I turned my head to face the figure is a moment I will never forget. The figure was bent and contorted and walking strangely, and the image of it is burned into my memory. I closed my eyes and prayed that the figure would go away. Fortunately, when I opened my eyes, the figure was gone. I ran to my mom, crying. She asked me,
What happened?
Then I told her about the terrifying figure that I had seen. Looking at her expression, my mom didn't seem so surprised.
The figure that you saw was one of our ancestors. Maybe he just wanted to visit the house,
She said. Still shaken up by what I'd seen, I asked.
Why doesn't he have a head? You're too young to know the whole story,
She replied.
Oh, that's it. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to really say to that, but sure. Okay. What the fuck?
My name is Ami. This incident happened to me when I was in college. I was 20 years old, living alone in my college housing. It was just another ordinary day for me. I had just finished my classes and
Why do you have two different colored? What? Okay.
decided to stop by the nearest grocery store to pick up a few things before heading home. As I walked through the aisles, I noticed a man with bloodshot eyes and torn clothes staring at me from a distance. His eerie smile gave me chills, and I could feel his gaze following me around the store. I tried to brush it off and quickly grabbed what I needed before making my way to the checkout. As I stood in line, I could feel his presence getting
Oh
closer.
my god,
closer.
ew.
It was then that he leaned in close to me and whispered something in my ear that I couldn't quite make out. Feeling uneasy, I hurriedly paid for my items and
Like,
rushed
this girl doesn't even care? This girl doesn't care at all, and there's a guy like, what the fuck?
to my car in the parking lot. As I was about to get in, I heard footsteps behind me and
Oh my
turned
God.
around to see the man from
Oh
the
fuck.
store
Oh, with a
charging
knife?
towards me with a knife in his hand.
What the fuck?
I
Don't get the
managed to
fucking...
dodge his attack
Lock the
and
car, lock the
scramble
car.
into my car, locking the doors behind me. He pounded on the windows and screamed obscenities as I frantically tried to start the car and escape. After what felt like an eternity, I finally managed to get away and called the police as soon as...
How long does it take to start the car, bro? Some people start a car, and then like right away they're in freaking drive, and then before the car's even fully on, it's already fucking moving. Like, what do you mean?
I was a safe distance away.
It takes you seconds.
The police searched the area, but they couldn't find the man. I was terrified and couldn't shake the feeling that he was still out there somewhere, watching me. Days went by, and I tried my best to move on, but I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. One
Close your
night,
damn
as
curtain.
I lay in bed
Got a
trying to
damn
sleep,
curtain.
a thunderstorm rolled in. The rain pounded against my window, and every time there was a bolt of lightning, it illuminated my room like daylight. I woke up at around 5 or 6 a.m., startled by a particularly loud thunderclap that shook the entire house. As I tried to
Oh
calm
my
myself
God.
down and go back to sleep, I noticed a strange shadow on the wall. It was in the shape of a human, but something about it seemed off. As the lightning flashed again, I saw the silhouette of a man standing outside my window,
Fuck.
his face pressed up against the glass, watching me. My heart leapt into my throat, and I froze in terror. Suddenly, I saw him. The man from the store was standing outside my window, holding his knife and staring at me with that same twisted smile. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or scream, as he disappeared with each subsequent bolt of lightning. I knew I had to do something, so I bolted out of bed and ran to the front door to make sure it was locked.
That's good.
But it was too late.
Oh my god, he's already in the house. You idiot, you didn't lock your fucking door. Bro, you're stupid, I'm sorry.
As I turned around, I saw the man standing in my living room, his twisted grin wider as he pointed his knife at me. I was trapped, cornered, with nowhere to go. The crazy man then charged at me, shouting, "You are mine! You are mine! You are mine!" I fell to the ground, paralyzed by fear, and then he got on top of me and whispered in my ear calmly, "I got you." He then started laughing maniacally. He started cutting my clothes off with his knife. I couldn't move. His strength overpowered me. Just when I thought it was all over, I heard a loud thud and saw the man fall to the
Whoa.
ground. I then saw my neighbor on top of the man, punching him. He then strangled the man until he went unconscious. After seeing the man unconscious on the floor, a feeling of relief washed over my body. I asked my neighbor how he knew I was in danger. Apparently, he had woken up from the loud storm and had gone into the kitchen to get some water when, through the window, he saw the man standing around the building I lived in and became concerned. He grabbed his coat and went outside to follow him and watched from afar to see what was going on. After seeing him enter my building, he rushed in behind him and saved my life. I called the police, and they arrested.
Doesn't seem that realistic, but sure. I mean, it's not true. Just 3 horror stories animated. These are not true. Because again, this stupid girl has curtains here, but then no curtains in her bedroom. Like, girl, are you stupid? Well, I just answered it for you because you are stupid. So yeah, but yeah, this girl's stupid as hell. And then that time you raced to see if the door's locked. You didn't do that before bed, idiot. It was just open all night. Stupid.
Arrived quickly, arresting the man and taking him away. It wasn't until later that they told me he had just been released after 30 years in prison for attempted murder and assault. The whole ordeal left me traumatized, and I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched for months afterwards. Even now, years later, I still have nightmares about that night and the man who almost took my life. And I can't even imagine what might have happened if my neighbor hadn't shown up at that moment.
You already know what would have happened. You would have been dead. And maybe it's your fault. So who the fuck is this? Oh yeah, Anna Solves. I watch her, so. Well. Wake up, y'all. Wansee posted. For Wansee. Don't forget to lock your vehicle doors, your house doors, and windows. No fucking shit. Lock everything you got. That's all you gotta fucking do. It's as simple as that. I hate when people don't lock their doors and windows before bed. Or get fucking curtains. The way that has figure was described in anime really gave me goosebumps.
Why doesn't he have a head? You're too young to know the whole story,
She replied.
Yeah, then looks at the camera view, like looks at the looks right at us, like you don't need to know. You were too young to know. Yeah, that was kind of creepy for sure. Sonic and Mario mentioned. 2019. Damn, I don't know if you even know how long I've been. What the fuck? I don't even know how long I've been watching this Damian for. Fuck me. I don't know how long I've been watching Wansee Entertainment for, to be quite honest with you guys, but it's definitely been a while. And Mr. Nightmare I've watched for years, probably like 7-8 years now. It's been fucking great. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys for now. Happy Tuesday once again. Again, we are in December now, so every day is just a countdown toward Christmas. We're 22 days away now, which is fantastic. So just over 3 weeks away, and that's actually crazy. Christmas isn't 3 weeks. That means the New Year isn't about 4 weeks. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy, bro. Okay, well, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Deuces. Peace.